After years of anticipation, the Department of National Defense has taken another major step toward transforming the Jose Rizal-class frigates into significantly more powerful combat ships. According to the DND's latest Procurement Monitoring Report, the 5.349 billion pesos Jose Rizal-class frigate weapons and sensor system upgrade project has officially entered the Notice of Award approval stage, signaling that the procurement process is moving closer to contract award. This isn't simply another modernization project. It represents one of the Philippine Navy's most important capability upgrades since the two frigates entered service. But perhaps the biggest mystery remains unanswered. Which close-in weapon system, or CIWS, will ultimately be installed aboard the BRP Jose Rizal and BRP Antonio Luna? Will the Navy choose the Turkish Aselsan Gokdenis, the battle-proven American Phalanx, or South Korea's newest CIWS-II? Today, we'll examine each contender, explore what makes each system unique, and discuss what this decision could mean for Philippine naval power across the West Philippine Sea.
The Jose Rizal-class frigates have always been designed with growth in mind. When Hyundai Heavy Industries built these ships for the Philippine Navy, several spaces were intentionally reserved for future weapon systems that were not included in the original contract. Although the frigates entered service equipped with surface-to-air missiles, anti-ship missiles, torpedoes, and a 76mm main gun, they lacked several high-end systems commonly found on modern multi-role frigates. Among the most noticeable omissions was a dedicated close-in weapon system. A CIWS serves as the ship's final protective shield against incoming anti-ship missiles, drones, helicopters, and even fast attack craft. Beyond adding a CIWS, the upgrade is also expected to include a Towed Array Sonar, dramatically enhancing the frigate's anti-submarine warfare capability. Meanwhile, defense observers continue to speculate about another possible addition, a vertical launch system, or VLS. Although no official confirmation has been released, many analysts believe the installation of a VLS would provide the ships with a much larger air defense missile capacity, transforming them into considerably more capable regional combatants. For now, however, the only confirmed priorities remain the weapons and sensor upgrades currently under procurement, and the CIWS selection has become one of the most closely watched decisions.
Let's begin with what many analysts consider the leading contender, the Turkish-made Aselsan Gokdenis. This dual 35mm close-in weapon system has rapidly earned international attention for combining high firepower with advanced fire control technology. Unlike traditional Gatling guns, Gokdenis employs two independently fed 35mm cannons capable of firing programmable airburst ammunition. This allows the system to create dense clouds of tungsten projectiles capable of destroying incoming missiles before they reach the ship. Perhaps its biggest advantage is commonality. The Philippine Navy has already selected Gokdenis for its new Miguel Malvar-class frigates. Choosing the same system for the Jose Rizal-class would simplify logistics, crew training, spare parts management, and long-term maintenance. Standardizing equipment across multiple warship classes is a strategy followed by many modern navies because it lowers operating costs while improving readiness.
The second contender is perhaps the world's most famous close-in weapon system, the American Raytheon Phalanx. For decades, the Phalanx has protected U.S. Navy warships and dozens of Allied fleets across the globe. Its distinctive radar dome and 6-barrel 20mm Gatling gun have become symbols of modern naval defense. Capable of firing thousands of rounds per minute, Phalanx automatically detects, tracks, and destroys incoming threats within seconds. One of its greatest advantages is compatibility. The Jose Rizal-class frigates were reportedly designed with mounting spaces originally intended to accommodate a Phalanx installation. This means the system could potentially be installed with fewer structural modifications than other candidates. Fewer ship alterations often translate into shorter installation times and reduced modernization costs. The Phalanx also benefits from decades of operational experience.
The third candidate is South Korea's newest naval defense system, the LIG Nex-1 CIWS-II. Developed specifically for next-generation Republic of Korea Navy warships, This 30mm Gatling-based system represents the latest evolution in Korean close-in defense technology. Because Hyundai Heavy Industries built the Jose Rizal-class frigates, selecting another South Korean system would offer obvious integration advantages. Compatibility with Korean combat systems, technical documentation, engineering support, and future upgrades could potentially be streamlined. While newer than both Gokdenis and Phalanx, CIWS-II represents South Korea's growing ambition to become one of the world's leading defense exporters.
So which system is most likely to be selected? Each option offers compelling advantages. Phalanx provides unmatched operational history and potentially easier installation. Gokdenis offers greater firepower, ammunition flexibility, and fleet standardization with the Miguel Malvar-class frigates. CIWS-II strengthens defense cooperation with South Korea while leveraging commonality with the ship's original builder. Ultimately, the decision will likely depend on several factors beyond pure performance: cost and integration complexity, delivery timelines, technology transfer opportunities.
As modernization continues, these upgrades will help ensure that the Philippine Navy is better prepared to defend the nation's maritime interests, contribute to regional stability, and operate alongside partner navies across the Indo-Pacific. The coming months may finally reveal which close-in weapon system will become the frigate's last line of defense. And when that announcement arrives, it will represent far more than a new gun on deck. It will symbolize another important step toward building a stronger, more capable, and more modern Philippine Navy. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on Philippine defense and modernization. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.